Hey friends, welcome to my channel. It's Rachel here, and today I'm sharing a video about the basics of starting a YouTube channel or how to grow your YouTube channel. If you are new here, I am a paper crafter. I do scrapbooking, memory keeping, happy mail, handmade embellishments, all that kind of stuff. This video will be showing a lot of how I edit different parts of my video when I am uploading it to YouTube. So it's going to be specific to paper crafting. However, it will be applicable to anyone starting a YouTube channel. So I hope that this will be able to help anyone who is looking to either start a YouTube channel or just to understand the basics and the algorithm of YouTube in general. In this video, we'll be talking about things like your title, description, your thumbnail, keywords, call to action, a little bit about the algorithm and how it works and why YouTube does the things it does. If you want to learn more about that, then just keep watching. Alright, so I am going to do a screen recording of editing this video inside the YouTube Studio app, and I'm going to do things like the title, description, tags, and show you how I do that whole process. So the video that I am posting about today is a Disney scrapbooking video, and specifically documenting Magic Kingdom using Simple Stories collection. So the video itself is edited, it's just more of the little finicky details within YouTube that we are going to be editing today, and I'll show you my process, because the goal when posting your video is for A, YouTube to pick it up and to recommend it to people, and B, for people to actually want to click it. So those are our goals, and I'll show you how we can hopefully achieve them. Alright, so I'm going to start screen recording now. Okay, so I should be recording now. And as you can see here, this is the video that I'm editing. It has no thumbnail, no title. This is just raw, how it looks like when I uploaded it. There are lots of things we need to do. What should we focus on first? Let's go with the title. So I'm going to edit this video and start with the title. Okay, so there are a few things we want to work together. We want the keywords that you say in the video, the tags in your title, in your description, to kind of all go together, and even your thumbnail as well. So your thumbnail and your title are kind of going to coordinate with one another. They're not going to be the same thing. They're going to be similar though, and they're going to be kind of targeting the same goal. For the title, like I said, it's Disney scrapbooking. It's specifically the Magic Kingdom, and I'm using the Simple Stories Say Cheese Main Street collection. Another thing you want to do is you want to make sure you use up all 100 characters in the title, or at least most of it, like 80 to 100. So let's think of a title. I think my thumbnail is going to be Disney scrapbooking, because when people are scrolling through YouTube, which is majority on a mobile device, you want the title to pop, and that's kind of what they'll see first, is the picture. So that will be Disney scrapbooking, like plain and simple. So I think for my title, I want it to coordinate with that. So I think I will do Disney scrapbooking Magic Kingdom, and then I kind of like to space it out. This is how I space it out. I don't know what the best way is to do it, but then I'm going to do Simple Stories Say Cheese Main Street. Can I think of one more thing to put, because I still have some space? Maybe I'll just put mini album for now. I can change it if I think of something else, but I've put Disney and scrapbooking, Magic Kingdom, Simple Stories, and the collection, which are all things that I say within the video. So YouTube is actually going to pick that up, and I'm going to say it in my description and my tags, obviously. So I think I'll stick with that for now. I personally like to use all caps. I think it stands out more. But I've also seen a lot of lifestyle YouTubers do like all lowercase, not even like an uppercase at the beginning, and it is definitely eye-catching, so I have seen that as well. Just figure out what works for your channel. I've also noticed that the word process video really works for my channel as well, so I might change something to process video. I don't know why it is, but I was looking at analytics, and it seemed that the words process video were just videos that people watched more often on my channel. I don't know if that's like a paper crafting thing, if people search like scrapbooking process video, and that's why. So that's what I'm going to do for my title. And now we're gonna go to my description. In my notes on my phone, I have a description that I use every time. There is a way on YouTube where you can automatically have it put the same description every time, but this is just what works for me, so I'm going to insert that. Okay, so for this, I have my Instagram, I have my website, and then I have the link to get a custom scrapbook made. I also have a Patreon, but as the time that this video is recording, my Patreon is not up yet. I have not started it yet. It begins March 1st. So if you want to be a part of my Patreon, then you can come join me. But at this moment in time, it's not up because I'm filming this in February. So this is kind of my social media accounts, and there's no perfect way of doing this. You just want to make sure that people know where your social media links are and that it's straightforward. So that's why I put my Instagram, like the words Instagram and website, in capitals so that people will see it right away if that's what they're looking for. But I also want to write what this video is about. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never read someone's description before about what the video is about because the title will tell me in itself, or the thumbnail. But this is more for YouTube algorithm as opposed to for the viewer, because the YouTube algorithm is going to pick up the words in your description and what you're saying in your video, your title, your tags, like I keep repeating. I want to just make a little description. Today I'm scrapbooking about my trip to Walt Disney World. I haven't used the word Walt Disney World yet, so I think that'll be good to add in there, so it'll be another thing that'll kind of pop up when you search my searching for videos. Maybe in another video I'll show you that, about when you search a video what words might pop up, but that's a whole other video. So again, I'm repeating the collection I'm using. I'm using the word scrapbooking for this project. I'm documenting, using the word documenting, another word kind of associated with it. I'm documenting my day at Magic Kingdom. So if someone is searching documenting Magic Kingdom or scrapbooking Magic Kingdom, hopefully those kind of keywords will help it to pop up in the search engine. So I think that's good enough. You could add a couple more sentences, but otherwise I think that'll do. I'm using some of the same words, but some different words. Okay, so now let's pop over to the tags. These are a little bit tricky, and I'm only saying that because I have heard a lot of people use the app, I believe it is, or something called TubeBuddy. In Canada, we don't have that, but I've heard it's a great resource. So if you, I believe, are in the States, then you should go check that out. But here in Canada, we don't have access to that. So we're just gonna do our best. Something else that I would recommend is an app called vidIQ. It does have a cost to it, so it might not necessarily be your #1 choice, but you could subscribe to it for a couple months just to get an idea, and I'll bring that up again in a little bit, but that'll help you get an idea of what tags to use. Yeah, my #1 tip is basically use words that you would use to search for that video. And we're also just going to use some basic words as well. So let's just go for it. We can use a lot, so use as many as you can think of. So I'm going to choose scrapbook, scrapbooking, DIY scrapbook. These are ones that vidIQ has told me that do well, so these are ones that I basically use on all of my videos. Mini album, DIY Disney scrapbook, Disney scrapbook tutorial, Disney mini album. And then I'm going to move on to like more sentences. How to make a Disney scrapbook, how to make a Disney album. All right, well, I didn't fill them all up, but I did do a lot, so that is good. Also, I want to talk about when to schedule videos. So I'm going to schedule mine for March 28th. And the time that I do is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not saying that this is a time that everyone should do, but this is what was recommended for me and my personal channel and my subscribers. So like I said before, I use the app called vidIQ. That app helped me to figure out when my subscribers are most often watching my videos. I used to post my videos at 9 a.m. on the days that I posted. But when I subscribed or downloaded vidIQ, or it recommended that I post my videos in the evenings. It recommended different times during different months. I had the app for a couple months, but I have settled on 5 p.m. This time works for me because A, that's when a lot of my subscribers watch my videos more in the evenings, or well, evenings my time. It was recommending maybe to do a little bit later, like 8 o'clock, but I work overnight shifts and start at 9 o'clock. Sometimes can be earlier, and I don't want to be at work and find out that my video something was wrong with it, or I need to like edit something or fix something or tweak something or take it down and fix something. So 5 p.m. worked for me in that regard. It was kind of like, it worked well for my subscribers and works well for my personal schedule. So that's what I do. That is what the app recommended. And after doing that change, I noticed a huge increase. I think YouTube kind of picked up my video faster because it was getting more views earlier. That's not necessarily always the case. Your video can be picked up by YouTube like weeks later, but it is good to have lots of views within, like, you know, the first couple hours. So that was kind of the best time for me. Okay, so the next thing we're going to move on to is the thumbnail. So I use the app Canva, which is great. There's a free version of it. That's what I use right now, and it provides you with so many things: thumbnail, Instagram posts, anything you can think of, but those are what I mainly use it for. So I'm going to use the Canva app and show you how I'm going to make my thumbnail. Alright, so this is what the app looks like, and I am going to do designs, and as you can see, I just have fooled around with a couple things, but I'm going to pick the one that I have used before, which is this top left one. But I'll just show you here. If you go to home and then you type in whatever you're looking for, you can see they do lots of different things. I'm also working on making my documents for my mini classes out of them because they have beautiful designs that are already done for you. You can use them for free, so that's really awesome. Things for an Instagram story, you could do a logo, a flyer. Anyway, you can see there's a huge variety, but I'm going to go to my designs because I'm going to use one that I use often. So with your thumbnail, like I said, you want the name to kind of coordinate with the title of your video, and you want it to jump out. So this is the one I actually already made. It's Disney Scrapbook. There are some things I like about this thumbnail, some things I don't like, but it'll do. I will tell you what I do and don't like about it, and maybe I'll even bring you to my YouTube channel and show you some good thumbnails and not so great thumbnails that I have done in the past. So this is the thumbnail I'm going to go with, and it matches all the thumbnails on my YouTube, so it's very consistent. You can see there's a white background behind my words so that the words pop, and there's a picture of my project so they can get a glimpse of what you're making. So I'm going to save this and use it as my YouTube thumbnail. So let's switch back over and add the custom thumbnail. Awesome. So we are going to go to my YouTube channel and I'm going to show you, like I just said, some good and not so good thumbnails. Alright, so here we are at my YouTube channel. Like I said, some I like, some I don't love, but they're good enough. The one that says incoming happy mail from Emma, Project Sparkle, I like that one because in the thumbnail, the words Happy Mail are nice and big, so when you're scrolling through it, you will see it. Whereas the outgoing Valentine's Day mail, the words Valentine's Happy Mail in my thumbnail are very small, so they're harder to see. Also, I would recommend not putting words in the bottom right-hand corner, because as you can see, that's where the time for your video is, and you don't necessarily want to cover up whatever you're trying to get your viewers to read. For the one with my face here, you can see for the giveaway, this specific thumbnail didn't work, so I tried to choose something a little bit similar. I don't love that, but it worked for that. But I do like the thumbnail about how you can see the words very bright and clearly. Live crafting, I like that, but then if you look at my December daily, I don't love how tiny that is. We're gonna scroll down a little bit further to other thumbnails I have done, and there's some specific ones I wanted to show you. So Craft Room Tour, that one is good because there's a white background and black words, and you can see exactly what it is as you're scrolling through. It's very easy to read. Also, especially if you're like a lifestyle YouTuber or you show your face a lot, it's great to have like big reactions in your thumbnail. If I was just smiling as compared to my hands in the air, my mouth open, there's a little bit of like an eye-catching difference when you're just scrolling through it, because you want to know why that person is reacting that way. So let's keep going. Okay, so we can go down to these ones, and you can see that I had this thumbnail going, which was this like white scripty font, which is cute enough, but it's hard to see the words with that font. So it's fine, but it's not great. Again, if you're just scrolling through this really fast like that, you're not going to be able to read what that says. Nothing is catching your eye here. But I did go with that for a while, and also it's a little bit tricky to see my project. See, with the scrap lift one, the words really blend into the background. And then again, with this font as well, the words just blend in with the background, so not great. Alright, so there you go. We've done some editing. Let's monetize the video. After this video, I'm going to add it to a playlist. I think I have to go to my laptop to create a new playlist, so I'm going to add like a Disney playlist. Every video I make that is Disney scrapbooking, I'm going to add it to this playlist so that I can also refer to it in the description. So in this description, I'm going to add the Disney playlist, so if they want to watch my haul video or my Disney kit video, then they can. Okay, so now I am moving away from the editing side of things and moving towards just general tips for a YouTube channel. So firstly, and you've probably heard this before, is consistency. This is so important. So come up with some kind of schedule, whether it's I'm posting Mondays and Thursdays, or every 4 days, or every Saturday. Come up with a consistent schedule, because your subscribers will look for that. They will look for your video on those days, and that's important to show up. Also, with that being said, pick a time that is consistent. And of course, there's going to be times when you're experimenting with different days and times, and that's okay, because that's all a part of the process. Another tip is that you can poll your subscribers, or you can go over to Instagram and poll over there and get feedback on what days and times work. And make sure they're specific about the time zone so that it's not confusing. But ask them what days they're watching videos. If it's weekdays, weekends, evenings, mornings, afternoons, Mondays, Saturdays, whatever it might be, and get an idea. But also check your analytics to see what days are most popular for your videos. In another video, I'm happy to go over a closer look at analytics and how to read them, but that video will be for another day. Another thing to go along with consistency is that you want to reply pretty quickly in general to comments, so that people will remember that video and they will be interacting with you and growing a relationship with you. Of course, beneath this all, the most important part is a relationship with your subscribers. I obviously haven't touched on this because that's not what this video is about, but it's super important to create a community. That is the most important community. And going along with that is that you want to be a genuine person. You want to be charismatic, because people will find you in the YouTube search engine, and they'll find your video there of whatever they want to learn how to make, but they're going to stay for you and your content, your personality, your community that you're creating, the conversations you have, the relationships you build. So they find your video and they come for your video, but they stay for you. So remember that, and be kind, and be friendly to your subscribers. And I don't want to word this wrong, but you kind of want to be like the best version of yourself on camera and be very likable. I'm not saying be fake. Do not be fake We want to show the real things. If you go to my Instagram, I share the real things. But you want to show up and be the best version of you possible, because that's what people are coming for. And you want to figure out, how are you going to communicate that on camera? How are you going to communicate the best version of yourself on camera? So I don't mean that you're not sharing projects that are mediocre. Trust me, I share projects that are mediocre all the time, and I say in my video, meh, wasn't my favorite project, but I'm sharing it anyway. I'm not saying that, and again, I'm not saying to be fake, but if something special about you is that you're a really quirky person, you have these quirky sayings, then go all out with that, but not in an annoying way, but in a way that's specifically your personality. If you are someone who is, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom and you are documenting a lot about your kids, then your thing is you love to talk about your kids, and you're gonna have subscribers who love to hear stories about your kids and have stories that relate to you and being a parent. And maybe that's kind of what you're going with, and you're figuring out how are you going to communicate that. So in paper crafting, if you're a mom, you're probably documenting about your children, and maybe you're telling the story about your children. I love Disney. In my live videos, we talk about Disney. I talk about it a lot, and so I'm going to communicate that through my videos, documenting Disney and sharing stories, and then I'll probably throw in stories about Disney throughout my regular videos as well. So I am trying to communicate just the things about myself who make me me and who make me different. I don't want you to try to be someone else, because it won't genuinely come out properly through YouTube, okay? I hope that makes sense. I didn't want that to come out the wrong way. I'm not encouraging anyone to be fake. You're still showing kind of your mess ups once in a while. Trust me, I have lots of them. I show them. You're still showing those things and showing up in all the days, but it is really trying to communicate the best parts of yourself. I hope that makes sense. Okay. The last one I'm going to talk about is call to action. I don't love this one, and I did not have a call to action for the longest time. I just started asking people to subscribe to my channel a few months ago, because it made me feel really awkward to ask people to subscribe or give the video a thumbs up and all that stuff. It made me feel really weird to ask people to do that, and also I assumed, well, if they're watching this video and they like it, then won't they just subscribe? But here's the thing, it's not always the case. Sometimes people need that reminder, or the word subscribe will be like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe. And also, you want to give people a reason to subscribe. So your sentence will be, and like I said, I'm not good at this because I suck at asking people to do things for me. But you want to say, if you want to see more like this, such as handmade rosettes and handmade envelopes and whatever your video is about, then subscribe to my channel for more. So get them to know what is coming to your channel in the future. And you don't have to be specific, but just say, if you want more of this, then subscribe or hit the bell button or give it a thumbs up so that I know you like these kinds of videos. It's kind of a form of communication to tell, for the subscriber to tell the YouTuber that the video is good and keep making more like this, please. Also, comments do that, and anyway, I could go on and on, but I am still working on the call to action part. I think it's important to do it at the beginning and end. I'm pretty sure I did not say that at the beginning of this video, but it's important because if you want to see more like this, subscribe. Or maybe I don't know that this YouTuber does other things like Bible journaling. So I could be doing a memory keeping video, scrapbooking video, and I could say I do paper crafting like handmade embellishments, project life, mini albums, and Bible journaling. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe. And so I'm just telling you a little snippet of what to expect on my YouTube channel and what you will see. And also let them know that it helps you out and it helps the algorithm out. Some people think that YouTubers are just doing it for the numbers, but there's so much more to it than that. So that's kind of my little 2 cents about the call to action. So with all of that being said, I hope this will help you to grow your YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions. You can also follow me over on Instagram and message me there. I'd love to chat. I am by no means a pro, but I have done a lot of research and I've learned a lot from other YouTubers on the importance of different aspects of how just simply the basics of editing in the YouTube Studio app, the basics of those different aspects can really change your YouTube channel. I noticed an increase in my views and the money I was making by making these really small changes. And I'm not saying that YouTube's gonna make you a lot of money, but what I am saying is that you can grow your community. And I think that's the most important part, no matter how much money you may or may not be making, but growing your community is, to me, one of the most important parts, because that's why we do it. We love the communities that we're in on YouTube and social media and in our hobbies or whatever it may be. I'm gonna do that thing that I hate doing. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm actually doing this as a little series, so over the next couple weeks I'm gonna dig more into the algorithm and what type of content you can be posting, and also other ways that you can make money beyond YouTube. You can start YouTube as a starting point and then where to go after that. But we're gonna talk about maybe a little bit how to read the algorithm and understand it, because that took me a while. But anyway, I will be posting more of these videos. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video, give it a good old thumbs up. And of course on this channel I also do all kinds of paper crafting, scrapbooking, and Bible journaling, and Happy Mail handmade embellishments, all that. So if you want to keep up with that, then there are plenty of other videos that you can watch after this that'll pop up in a moment. Which reminds me, I didn't even talk about an end screen. I guess we'll save that for another day. But here we are, we've reached the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!